Hi, Scorpio. Pardon me. Please see the description box below for more information about the way that I read. I read energy, not gender. That means anyone can come up as a king, queen, prince, princess, page, knight, you know, whatever. In the reading, energy is fluid. So if I say, Scorpio, why are you doing that? And you're like, no, that's my partner. Just flip it. In a general reading, that's quite common for that to happen, for the energy to get flipped. This is part one, pardon me, of the reading. There will be an extended portion to the reading, and you can find the link to that in the description box below. It's to Vimeo. Those readings are much more like personal readings because there's fewer people watching them, so I'm drawing on fewer people's energy, so it's a much more seemingly personal reading for $4.99, $5.99, depending on the option that you choose. And also, I don't know if I already said this, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at thislittlelighealing.com, which is also linked below. Okay, Scorpio, so I've had a really difficult time getting into your energy. I've been trying since Sunday to get into your energy. This is my 4th attempt at doing your reading. It's been so just frustrated energy, and it's been that way since I started trying on Sunday. The new moon in Scorpio was actually on Saturday night, so I don't know if this moon has really opened your eyes to something that's frustrating you or irritating you or whatever it is, but it's just been this aggravated feeling. Like at one point when I did it, my chest felt tight and I kind of felt like I was being rude to you, and I was in one of the videos when I looked at it, I kept like playing with my hair the whole time, so I'm like putting my hair up. I felt like whatever shirts I changed my shirt a bunch of times. I thought Scorpio doesn't like my shirt. I'm like, so I have my apple cider tea, and I went and put on my favorite faded shirt and got comfortable. I put my hair up in a messy bun, and we're just gonna do this. Okay? It's funny because in my life, I've spent a lot of time trying to please Scorpios. And today I got up and I said, it's enough. I need to just be myself and go do the reading. So that's what we're gonna do. If you've watched me before, you know that I pull oracle cards to get the energy of the reading beforehand, just so the reading isn't so long. And I've done that today. This reading is going to be very, very specific. It's the same message that I got with the other readings that I did. It's just much more precise this time, it would seem. I do the tarot with you. We pull the cards together, so I don't know what's going to come out with the tarot cards, but with the energy cards, it's the same thing I've gotten with the other 3 readings. It's just like, oh, we're gonna get real, real specific about it today. And you did. So, it's about love. It's about a relationship. And of course, there's issues. If you have a love relationship and there are no issues in it, please don't watch tarot readings. Please don't try to find problems where there aren't any. If things are going good, spend this time with that person. All right, but if there are issues, here we go. So this is something I think that's happened a while back, because there's been a I mean, even maybe 2 years, maybe a little longer, a little, maybe a little shorter, but it's been a while that this has gone on, and I only know that because I can see growth, and growth takes time. But this story is about a man and a woman, and masculine, feminine, whatever. Please don't make me do that all through the whole thing. If it's a masculine and feminine energy and it's same sex, cool. If it's swapped, cool, whatever. Just if this resonates for you, you know where you fit in. I don't want to have to say that all through the reading. So this begins with a man and a woman meeting. And I think they had very different ideas about that meeting. It would appear that the masculine didn't really, I don't know. I don't want to say that he was deceitful, but I don't know that he had the best, most serious intentions when he met this woman. And she did. I don't think this was a woman that enters into anything lightly or wastes her time or anybody else's. She's very intelligent and very stable. And I think this man went into it a little more lighthearted, sort of, we'll see what happens. I don't know. There was a lot of passion. And there might have been an effort to get the cart before the horse. And whether or not that happened, even that intention may mess things up. I don't know. Someone when here was triggered, though, because there were lies in this situation. I don't really know what they were, and I probably am not seeing what they were because they're probably very different for everyone. I don't know if it's intentions, if it's actual lies, if it's whatever. But it would seem that this woman felt that she had been deceived. And whether it was her choice or not, it seems like she moved on and decided instead to focus on her stability. And that could be emotional, financial, whatever it is, that's where she decided to put her energy was into herself. And she's elevated herself in some way. This king, on the other hand, did not, I don't believe, it would seem that he did not see it the same way that this queen did when she was separated from him. I think in some situations, she left situations, and in other situations, he did. Regardless of how it happened, I think she was sad. Regardless of how it happened, I think she was sad. And there was deceit here, and that's going to come in a lot of different flavors for everybody. And it's taken this king a much longer time. I think he felt very justified at the time. Like, I don't feel like he did anything wrong at the time. And he's being enlightened that he did. In some situations, it'll be a much more subtle wrongdoing, and in others, it could be huge. So again, if I'm not touching on how not a big deal or how big a deal it was, it's just because it's coming in all different flavors. But he's coming into that realization of what he did. And both of them now have been through a process of growing. Yeah, there was deceit, trickery, lies. I don't know. But somewhere in here, there's a very special divine connection. Whether or not it's with each other, I don't know. There's also a lot of envy present here now. A lot of passion. For each of the readings, I've been using, what was that? Cups. For each of the readings, I've been using Dreams of Gaia for the overall energy of the reading. And this is crooked. Let me fix it real quick. crooked? I don't know. Anyways. So, my intent has been to pull 2 of the cards. 3 came out for you guys. And the first one that we got is the Maiden. And the Maiden energy is about becoming confident in your abilities, in yourself, in the way that you perceive yourself, in the way that you believe that the world perceives you. Confident in your talents, confident in your sexuality, confident in your, just confident, just feeling good, just kind of growing up, recognizing who you are, being really honest with yourself about who you are, knowing what you're good at, knowing what you need to work on, but just getting to that place of just feeling really good. And when you get to that place, that's when this kind of love is able to come in, this 2 of water love, which is 2 of cups in the traditional tarot. This isn't just love like infatuation. This is really intimate, true love. This is, you know, where you're vulnerable with each other, where you share things, where you bear each other's burdens. Just this really divine sort of love. The kind of love that Heavenly Father would approve of, to me. And then we get the 4 of fire that comes in, and this is about confidence. And the first thing I got when I looked at it, just intuitively reading, is you better shoot your shot. So Scorpio, if there's some place in your life where you are waiting to shoot your shot, I think it's time to shoot your shot. So there it is. Oh dang, I forgot to do my, I want to do really quick, sorry. While I'm shuffling these, I'll tell you that each cycle that I do of readings, I use the same cards for everybody, so it's just kind of a rhythm to it, and I get different flavors in each cycle of readings. And because the images on the cards, especially I'm a Gemini, so we're all about imagery, what we see, what we can imagine. So seeing different images on cards is just gives me a different perspective. And I might pick up on other things, but I've been using the Cosmic Tarot with this round of things, and for some reason, I kept like, no, we're not using that, we're using Legacy deck. And I don't use this very often, so I'm not super familiar with the images, but I just kept getting a message that that was the deck I was supposed to use for you guys. So if I go a little slow reading it, it's because I'm not super familiar with it. Maybe I'm supposed to get more familiar with it. I don't know. But let's see what comes out here, and then we'll get into the tarot. Yeah. Sudden wealth in your future. So I will tell you that I want to wait till we get the cards out from the tarot, but I'm seeing a better ending than a beginning to the situation. So, yay. Let me drink really quick. I'm trying to stay super chill for you. And one of them that I did for you, I got so feisty. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna think I'm being mean to them. All right, are you ready? How's Scorpio feeling, please? Show me Scorpio's mood. So we have 7 of Wands. It came out in reverse. 7 of Wands upright is feeling defensive. So there may have been reason for you to feel defensive previously, but you're coming out of that energy. You're not feeling so defensive anymore. Laying down your defenses. Okay. The energy I'm feeling now, like it feels more like it's still, you're still deeply thinking about something today. Today's the 18th. But as of the 15th, 16th, 17th, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, let me know if you were just feeling like just stressed. Like every time I would do it, it was just There was one time when I went to start your reading, but I actually, like, even before I get down here and sit down and, you know, start to record, I'm just thinking about you guys and just kind of, you know, inviting your energy towards me before I do the reading. And I was up in my room and I was just thinking about, you know, Scorpio energy and trying to draw it to me. And what I heard was, it felt like you didn't want me to. Like you were just like, leave me alone, leave me alone. I'm like, no, I've got to do this. Like, these are all sort of late anyways. And you were just like, fine then, come on, let's do it. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like, just aggravated and ornery. And you feel better today. What is the situation for this reading, please, for Scorpio? Feels like you don't want to wait for something anymore. The end of waiting. Or something that you don't want to end. What is the situation? Something that was put to an end that you don't want to end. Something there was an ending on you don't want to end. What's the situation for Scorpio, please? Scorpio. What's the situation for this reading for Scorpio? Oh, that's too many, please. The Hangman, stuck. You feel stuck, Scorpio? Three of Wands in reverse. Three of Wands upright is waiting for your ships to come in. It's knowing that good things are coming towards you, but still in that waiting energy. It's to me, it's a manifestation sort of energy. I always think of it as manifestation. To me, the Two of Wands is making a choice, making a decision, deciding on what it is that you want to manifest, and then you go into that Three of Wands energy where you begin to manifest it. So these two together, the Hanged Man and Three of Wands in reverse, to me, I'm reading Three of Wands in reverse is no longer waiting, that you've been stuck, but you're no longer going to wait. Great. Tell me more about the situation, please. What is the situation for Scorpio regarding the situation, please? So we have the Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins in this deck, which is needing to make a decision. So no longer stuck about making a decision. And then we have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups makes an offer. He can make an offer of an apology. He can make an offer of love. He sometimes brings a gift. He might do all three. But that's what the Knight of Cups is about. And then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. When Four of Cups is upright, it talks about Oh, this is different. Okay. Cups in the tarot generally are, well, they're about love. It's about emotion, and they generally hold love. So in the Four of Cups in the traditional tarot, and this might be why I was guided to use this deck, when it's upright in the traditional tarot, like Rider-Waite or something like that, we've got 3 cups down here, and then we've got the 1 up here. And this is the Ace of Cups. This is the one that God is handing you. It's coming on the hand of God. And these 3 down here are what you've lost, and they're all lesser than what this is. But in the regular tarot, the man that's sitting by the tree isn't paying attention to the Ace of Cups. He's paying attention to these lesser cups that he's lost. And because he's so focused on what he's lost, he's not able to see what's so much better that's being offered to him. And so it's kind of cool that in this deck, he's actually looking straight at the Ace of Cups instead of the way that it is usually. Kind of cool, right? But it came out for you guys reversed. So he's still looking at it, but when you read the Four of Cups, it's another sort of stuck energy, like the Hangman, where you can't really make a decision because you're too stuck on thinking about what you've lost in the past. So this is an energy of making an offer because you're no longer focused on what you lost in the past. You're focusing on this new beautiful Ace of Cups that you might have been ignoring in the past. So, yay, that's fantastic. I kind of love, like, now I'm like, oh, maybe that's what I was supposed to use this. Cinnamon apple tea, so good. Okay, so let's get into the obstacle. What is the obstacle here? Secrets, not communicating. Yeah, I don't think you've been talking to this person. If you're the queen, the king, I don't think you two have been talking. There's been an ending to something. Something's come to an end. Yeah, it's like, yeah, just tell them something's come to an end. Something from the past. I suspect maybe this king, I more than suspect, that he, while you've been apart, was with another person, was with another woman. And that may have ended. Or he was thinking about another woman, or maybe he was dating other women and still kind of, oh, dang, the obstacle, 10 of Swords, that's Gemini energy. This is, the obstacle is like devastation, like feeling like this is over and being in so much pain about it. I mean, check out our guy, like, he's hurting. And he's laying on a bed of swords. In other traditional decks, it's an energy of, having 10 swords put in your back. And sometimes we put them there ourselves. And that might be the case here. As a matter of fact, look at the way he's positioned, how he's kind of like, it looks like he's like he'd been holding those swords and been like, wah, putting those swords in his back himself. Tell me more about the obstacle, please. What is the obstacle for Scorpio in this situation? Gemini energy. One of you may have blocked the other on your phones, on social media. But there's an energy of being blocked. There may be a situation that's blocking you. Okay, so those came out second, so we're going to look at this first. We have the Star in reverse. Oh, crap. The Star in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So remember I just said that this masculine's probably been with somebody else in the meantime. This is Cancer energy. The Queen of Cups is Cancer, and the Star is Aquarius. The Star is wish fulfillment. And this may involve an Aquarius here. You might have Aquarius in your chart. But whoever this is that feels like they've got the 10 swords in their back thought that this Queen of Cups energy, and again, it can be male, female, however, was their wish fulfillment, was their dream come true. That's what the Star card is all about. It's like, yeah, that's everything I want. I'm going to go for that. They thought that that's what this was, and both of them being reversed meant that it was not. That person is not what they want. And then, yikes, that's kind of crazy. And then we have the High Priestess and Death that came out together. High Priestess is Pisces energy and Gemini energy, and Death is you guys. Oh, wow. Death is Scorpio energy. You might have Pisces or Gemini in your chart too. So death generally represents a rebirth. But when I see death, to me, I mean, it has meant someone actually died in my readings at least twice before. But it's very, very rare. What it generally means is, what it generally means is a rebirth, something that something's put to death and then it comes back to life again. It's like the phoenix. Scorpio, you're the phoenix. I mean, how many times in your lives, think about it, have you been taken, reduced to ashes, and then you always rise again, because that's what Scorpio does. Your death, rebirth, the phoenix, all of it. And you come back bigger, better, all the time. Every single time you have to go through that rebirth process, you're better. And I think that High Priestess is all about intuition, the ability to see things from a detached perspective and to really be able to really look at things as they are, instead of just as they are in relation to your emotions. The High Priestess is able to consider, 360, however many degrees is around. She can see it from every perspective, and being able to do that gives her wisdom and gives her the ability to make the best choices in the situation. And I think that this process has, for some of you, been a trigger for you to bring your intuition back to life. If you haven't been listening to your higher self, if you haven't been listening to your intuition, if you haven't been tapping into that, and you've just been kind of reacting to things emotionally instead of really thinking about it, this might be what that is talking about. But I think for some of you too, it's also about the end of a cycle with a High Priestess. That this Ten of Swords energy is about. This High Priestess might be this woman that we talked about. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure she is, because she's elevated through all of this too, even though she hasn't been on the scene. Things were ended with her, and that's may also have you in this Ten of Swords energy. Okay. When I get into the extended, I'm going to ask how Scorpio feels about this Queen of Cups in reverse and how he feels about this High Priestess. So if you're curious about that, that'll be one of the questions I ask in the extended. What is the energy that Scorpio will use to overcome this obstacle? What is the energy that Scorpio will embrace to overcome this obstacle? What is the energy that Scorpio will embrace to overcome this obstacle? Knight of Coins. This is Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a very reliable knight. It's interesting that these women here are showing up as a queen and a high priestess, which would be the equivalent of each other. I don't know, high priestess might be more empress, actually. Yeah, the high priestess is probably a little more elevated than the queen. But this masculine has come up as a knight both times, so it'll be interesting to see if he shows up as a king here anytime soon. So the Knight of Coins moves very slowly. He wants to be very sure of the decision that he makes. And then we've got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is making a decision. And then we've got Eight of Swords in reverse, which is getting out of your head. He's going to make a choice to get out of his head. He's going to make a choice to get out of his head about this situation. Okay, so once he gets out of his head, what's he going to do? What action is he going to take once he gets out of his head? Or Scorpio, or however it resonates for you. What is this person going to do once they make the decision to get out of their head? I think there's just been a lot of like really ridiculous overthinking about this situation. Like really, really like, all right, it's enough. Queens, if this masculine has attached himself to another feminine during this time period that you're away and he tries to approach you, please make sure that that situation is truly over, especially if there was a marriage or anything like that. The karmic, I don't know, debt that you rack up for interfering with a relationship, especially a marriage, is ridiculous. I mean, it's just, there's no one in the world that's worth that karma. Just isn't. He's going to go after an Empress. This is Libra and Taurus energy. we're gonna go ahead and end this part of the reading here. And in the extended, we're gonna find out about how he feels about both of these feminine energies, how he sees them, what he thinks of them, whatever. And then we're going to find out more about this Empress, who I suspect is this High Priestess, who I suspect is this woman from the beginning. And you know, it's not really saying, it says he's gonna make a decision to get out of his head about the Empress. So what does that mean? Is he gonna just try to forget her, or is he going to pursue her? So we're gonna find that out in the extended as well. A couple of cards fell that we'll talk about in the extended. It's interesting. One of these feminines is pissed. Pissed. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna find out what the potential outcome is and get advice for you, Scorpio. So this seemed to go much more smoothly than the other ones that I tried to do for you. So thank you. I'm gonna assume since this was easier that today's a better day for you. And be sure to click on the link below, join me in Vimeo, and I'll see you there.